Hi guys, this is Kara from Goddess to Goodness. This isn't Kara from Goddess to Goodness. This is Cash. He's my little familiar, my little baby thing. And that's Killer. We're ready for bed for tonight. But the reason I'm on right now, the reason we are on right now, hold on. I'm going to shut off this light. Stretch it. Okay. Alright, so the reason I'm on right now is I wanted to share something with you guys. I have a couple different things, but the first thing I want to speak on is healing. So, it came up for me the other day with a friend, and we were talking about, healing, like soul healing, soul development, soul growth, spiritual development, things like that. And, the question was posed, like, how do you know that, first of all, we started talking about time and, what time is and how it's relative. And it's, in my eyes, it's not past, present, and future. Time is one, big sphere. And my example for this is that, if you, okay, how can I put this? So if you think about, a memory comes up, right, of your past, and the memory pops up, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, that happened, whatever. And you just, the memory comes up, it's just a memory, and that's it, you let it go. If the memory comes up, and you have a physical and emotional reaction to something, well, that past now becomes your present. Okay, so the energy of the past infuses into the present moment. And then if that feeling that is evoked in the present moment then causes you stress or anxiety about the future, well, now your future is affected. Like if you alter the way you are going to do something or, think about something or react in the future, and you're having that physical and emotional response to it, well, now your past, present, and future are all melded together. So in essence, there is no past, present, and future, right? Energy doesn't work like that. Then the idea was brought up, well, how do you know if you're healed? Like, how do you know if you still need healing? And my response is if you could think about something and you no longer have that physical and emotional reaction, then that is a great indicator that that aspect or that area or that issue or whatever, that wound has been healed. Okay? If you think about something, or if something pops up, a repressed memory, or you get triggered in a certain way, or, however it resonates for you. If something comes up and you have an extreme emotional response, reaction, then most likely you still need healing in that area. If somebody says something to you or does something and you have an extreme emotional or physical response to it, or reaction, more because when you're triggered, it's more about reaction. It's less about responding. It's more about just a, what do they call it, a knee-jerk reaction. That's a definite indicator that that area or that aspect or that wound still needs quite a bit of healing. Even if you've done work to heal it already, that's a great indicator for whether you need healing, additional work in that aspect. Okay, so the next thing I want to just talk about, and I'm not going to make this really long, but the next thing I want to talk about is Sorry, I'm tired. I didn't sleep well for the last 2 days, guys. I don't know. There's been some crazy energy in the air, and it's like electric. Anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is the Tower card in tarot. The Tower card in tarot represents a deconstruction or like an event, and it could be an emotional event, it could be a realization, an epiphany, it could be an event in your physical world, it could be an awakening in some aspect of your life, or in your thinking, or in your behavior patterns, and yada yada yada, however it resonates. But it's like a moment where your perception like shifts, like, and dramatically shifts. It could be something that like shakes you upside down. Okay, tower moments can be very, very, like, they can be traumatic, they can be eye-opening, they can be earth-shattering, or they could be very gentle. They could be like a breakthrough where like all of a sudden somebody turns on the light in a dark room and you realize something and you're like, oh my God. So tower moments can have negative connotations, but they can also have very positive connotations as well. And speaking with another friend of mine today about something that just happened in his life, he had a tower moment for sure. And it was just something where he realized that like there are some things that he just like not wants to change. And it's most likely tower moments happen because it's like orchestrated by the universe, because most likely you have been thinking about whatever the tower moment involves for quite a while. And it's been something like on your to-do list. Like, you know, and again, it could be in the physical world, it could be in the emotional world, in the spiritual world, it could be in your, regarding your health, it could be just anything. Do you know what I mean? But it's something that like literally shakes you up to make you make like dramatic changes, whether positive, you know, it's just... usually tower moments always end up positive. The way a tower moment comes in doesn't always necessarily present itself as positive, but it depends on what you need at that moment to get you to make that positive change. Okay, and so he had one of those like a few days ago, and that's exactly what I said, is like, you know, the universe is like shaking you up to like make you, because again, it's something that he's been thinking about and contemplating for quite a while, but it was like the moment of clarity. Like, I have to do this like right now. Like, this is it. Like, my life is going to change and I'm going to make the change like immediately right now. And again, the result of it is going to be very positive, because it's like taking the old building blocks from a tower that toppled over, or that, you know, got like crashed down, torn down, burned down, but it's a rebuilding of the same components. It's just reconfigured and reconstructed in a more sturdy, stable way, with a better foundation and a better sense of clarity as to how things work, or how it's going to work for you, and whatever. So when you have those tower moments, pay attention, because that is the universe literally trying to tell you something, and trying to tell you something that most likely has been on your mind for quite a while. And so just listen, you know, like, my advice is, and I do it too, you know, I'm human, but like I try to like, when I have little tower moments, like little baby, like little, like, what do they call it? In an earthquake, it's like, what do they call it when the richter scale, when